Before the noise finds you, let this quiet meet you first. You have crossed a line between night and day. The light has found your face, and it is not asking you to be perfect, only present. You are not behind. You are not late. You are here, and God is here. Let the morning be a doorway, not a deadline. Let it be the soft hand on your shoulder that says, you can begin again. You may have woken with thoughts that run faster than your pulse, with questions that never learned how to sleep. You may feel the echo of yesterday's burdens standing at the threshold, asking for your attention. But listen, there's a gentler voice that has already called your name. His nearness does not depend on your strength. His peace does not require that you pretend. He has come to you as dawn comes to a window, without hurry, without demand, simply faithful. His mercies are new every morning. Lamentations 3:20-12 and 23. Let that promise settle where the ache lives. Let it tell your fear that today is not shaped by your limits, but by His love. You do not need grand speeches to be received. You do not need to fix yourself before you come close. The Father already sees what is heavy, and He is not intimidated by it. The Son already knows what is raw, and He is not ashamed of you. The Holy Spirit already searches the places you cannot name and prays with a language deeper than words. So as the light grows on the edge of the sky, let your soul turn toward God like a face turns toward warmth. You can simply whisper in your own way, "Here I am." In this whisper, your scattered pieces are not forced into place. They are gently gathered. In this whisper, your story is not evaluated, it is embraced. Peace is not the silence of life. It is the presence of God within it. Peace does not erase the calendar. It steadies your heart as you move through it. Peace is not a fragile glass that shatters when plans change. It is a river that keeps moving when the road bends. The Lord is not waiting at the finish line. He walks within your steps. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Psalm 23:3. Let that restoration begin now, quietly, kindly, like the first light lifting the edges of a room you know well. You are allowed to be honest in the morning. Tell the truth to yourself. Some things are unresolved. Some prayers are still open. Some losses still sting. Honesty in God's presence is not a risk. It is the safest place on earth. If you feel tired, name it. If you feel grateful, name it. If you feel numb, name it. You are not being measured, you are being met. The Lord who formed your heart understands its weather, and He is not impatient with clouds. Peace often begins with permission. Permission to be small in the presence of someone strong. Permission to arrive without a mask and let love do the healing only love can do. So this morning, place what you carry where it belongs. Let your heart be entrusted to Him who holds it with care. Yield your mind, the thoughts that loop, the worries that forecast storms that may never come. Set your plans in His hands. Doors you hope will open, doors you hope will close, and hallways you cannot yet see. Entrust your relationships, those near and tender, those strained and complicated, those you miss, those you need to forgive and ask forgiveness from. Offer your work, the tasks, the deadlines, the hidden labor no one claps for. Surrender your finances, the math that doesn't stretch, the generosity you long to practice, the trust to live wisely and simply. Lay down your health, your limits, your waiting, your desire to be well in body, mind, and soul. Place your past, what you cannot rewrite, and your future, what you cannot yet read, into the heart of God, where nothing is wasted and nothing is lost. You are not praying to the air. You are addressing the one who loved you first, the one who is never late to compassion. If you feel unworthy, remember, peace is not a wage earned, it is a gift received. If you feel unprepared, remember, grace is not a prize for the ready, it is strength for the needy. If you feel far, remember, distance dissolves where surrender begins, and surrender is not defeat. It is trust that refuses to live like an orphan. You belong, even here, especially here. Let a simple prayer keep time with the morning. Jesus, Prince of Peace, keep me in you. Let that sentence walk with your breath without turning it into technique. Let it be a friendship, not a formula. When anxiety knocks, answer the door with that name. When distraction tugs, return with that name. When you feel alone, remember that peace is a person who promised to remain. Do not rush your soul. God is not rushing you. He knows how to lead gently. He knows how to heal without tearing. He knows how to quiet a storm without shaming the wind. There will be decisions today. Some will be small and silent. Some will feel like turning points. Peace does not remove responsibility. It removes the panic within it. Choose what is true over what is loud. Choose what is faithful over what is fast. Choose what is loving over what is convenient. And when you cannot see far, do the next honest thing in the light you have. Heaven is not asking you to carry tomorrow on your back. Heaven is asking you to walk this hour with an undivided heart. If guilt tries to rehearse old accusations, remember, the cross is not a metaphor. It is the place where your sentence was canceled. If shame tries to narrate your story, interrupt it with mercy. You are not the sum of yesterday's mistakes. You are the beloved of the God who writes new chapters with old ink. If fear paints worst-case pictures, invite the Lord to stand inside the frame. Suddenly, the scene changes. Suddenly, you are not alone in it. Suddenly, the colors are different because promise has a way of changing the light. This morning is holy because God is in it. Your kitchen becomes an altar when gratitude stands there. Your desk becomes a mission when love takes a seat beside you. Your commute becomes a pilgrimage when you remember who travels with you. Peace is not somewhere else. Peace is someone here. Let your voice, even if it trembles, agree with this truth. The peace of God will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Guard like a watchman who does not sleep, like a wall that does not crack, like a hand that does not let go. Bless those you will meet today, the patient cashier, the hurried manager, the friend who needs good news and doesn't know how to ask, the stranger whose eyes carry a story. Ask for a heart that does not compete but consoles, that does not compare but celebrates, that does not dismiss but dignifies. Let your words be soft where others expect sharpness, firm where truth is required, and silent where silence speaks best. Let your presence be an invitation, not an interruption, a shelter, not a storm. And if tears come, let them be a kind rain that waters what God is growing. If laughter comes, let it be a bell that calls your soul to remember goodness. If nothing much seems to happen, remember that seeds do their finest work below the surface, and God is never idle in hidden places. Trust the slow miracles. Trust the timing you cannot manage. Trust the shepherd who knows the route even when the path narrows. Now, as this day truly begins, receive a blessing made for you. May the Father steady your steps and hold your anxieties where they cannot shake you. May the Son lift the weight you were never meant to carry and teach your heart the rhythm of grace. May the Holy Spirit breathe holy quiet into your inner rooms and awaken courage that looks like mercy. May peace keep watch at your door, sit at your table, ride with you into your work, and return with you at dusk. May forgiveness be quick on your tongue and kindness near your hands. May hope be stubborn in you. May joy be humble and honest, never performative, always true. Go gently. Walk slowly enough to notice where God is already moving. Speak blessings into ordinary spaces. Let love be your first impulse and your final word. You do not walk into this day unaccompanied. Heaven is nearer than your next thought. Begin in peace, continue in peace, and when night comes, return to peace again. And if you need words at any point, return to the simplest prayer of all. Jesus, I trust you. In that trust, the morning opens, the heart unclenches, and the day becomes a sanctuary. Let peace be the way you hold the ordinary. Let it sit with your coffee and slow your first reply to an email. Let it soften the furrow in your brow before anyone else notices it's there. You don't have to strain to keep it. You're invited to rest inside it. Think of peace as a mantle that doesn't ask you to perform, only to remain. When schedules shift and plans tangle, you can breathe and remember who steadies the frame. When a message arrives that stirs old fear, pause long enough to let grace answer first. The tempo of heaven is not frantic, and you are welcome to match its rhythm. You may step into rooms where voices rise and patience thins. Carry a quiet center there. You may face a task that once defeated you. Approach it as if God has already placed a hand on your shoulder, because He has. You may meet a memory that tries to rewrite your name. Let love hold the pen. You aren't required to rehearse the worst-case storyline when mercy is offering a better script. Peace doesn't deny reality, it widens it. Suddenly, the hard thing is not the only thing. Suddenly, the next right step returns to view. Suddenly, your identity is not up for debate, because the one who knows you best has spoken first. If forgiveness becomes today's assignment, let it begin small, like loosening a knot without yanking the rope. Release what you can now and trust God with what your hands can't open yet. If courage becomes today's assignment, take it one hallway at a time, one honest sentence at a time, one faithful yes that lifts its head even when knees feel unsteady. If waiting becomes today's assignment, let waiting be a chapel, not a prison. Light a candle of hope inside your thoughts and let it burn for as long as it needs. Nothing faithful is ever wasted. Nothing entrusted to God disappears into a void. Seed time is still holy time. Peace will also ask you to notice beauty, because gratitude keeps the door unlocked. Watch how morning light makes even ordinary floors look new. Listen for the laugh you almost missed because you were hurrying to the next thing. Taste the sweetness of simple bread and remember how God loves to feed what is hungry in you. When you bless small things, you're not pretending the big things don't matter. You're training your heart to recognize the giver in both. What grows is not denial, but depth. What grows is a rootedness that keeps you steady when storms audition for your attention. If a harsh inner voice starts running the meeting in your head, gently move the chair. Invite the voice of truth to sit closest. It speaks without sarcasm. It doesn't humiliate. It reminds you that love is not offered on a sliding scale, and your worth is not a number that goes up or down with the day's outcomes. You can fail at a task and still be safe in a love that doesn't consult your scoreboard. You can succeed at a task and still remember that the point is communion, not applause. This is how peace keeps you human when the world tries to make you a product. Let your compassion travel beyond your own walls. Bless the neighbor who leaves early and returns late. Bless the friend who masks exhaustion with jokes. Bless the person who makes life hard because life has been hard to them. Bless those who hold power that could help or harm, and ask that wisdom guide their hand. Pray for those you struggle to like, not to prove you're good, but to agree with the good God desires for them. Something in you will heal every time you choose dignity over disdain. Peace spreads like that, quietly, faithfully, from heart to heart, as if passing a candle in a dark room. Remember to rest your senses in God, not just your thoughts. Let your eyes linger on something living, a tree, a plant on the windowsill, the sky deciding what color to be. Let your ears notice the small mercies, cutlery in a kitchen, a bird stitching morning into song, a distant bus announcing the city is awake. Let your hands hold what is soft, a sleeve, a mug, a forehead you kiss before you leave. These are not distractions from prayer. They are the texture of it. Peace becomes a touchable thing when you allow it to inhabit the fabric of your minutes. If you stumble, if impatience snaps, if envy hisses, if worry wins around, do not declare the day ruined. Return. It is always permitted. Return in the time it takes to exhale. Return by naming your need without theatrics. Return by letting mercy pick up where you put it down. The God who loves you is not counting how many steps you took away. He is rejoicing in the one step you take back. Begin again at 10 in the morning. Begin again after lunch. Begin again while the sun lowers over rooftops. Peace is not one fragile moment you must protect. It is a home to which you can always come back. Let generosity have a seat at your table. Share a word that costs you your pride, but purchases someone's courage. Share time you think you don't have. Then notice how time expands when it carries love. Share resources in a way that loosens fear's grip on your fingers. The arithmetic of heaven doesn't leave you poorer when you give. It returns you to your right size, held, provided for, part of a larger story where nobody thrives alone. And as the day unfolds, let hope keep its appointment with you. Hope isn't naive. It is stubborn in all the right ways. It refuses to say final what God has not finished. It keeps searching the horizon for the sign you've prayed for. But it also works faithfully with what's already in your hands. Hope is how peace looks forward. Hope is how peace becomes movement and not just mood. Hope is how your presence becomes a quiet revolution in a room that forgot gentleness was possible. If night arrives before every problem does, you will not have failed. Peace does not insist that you fix what only time and God can heal. Close the day with the same trust that opened it. Count mercies, not metrics. Let your body unclench and tell your heart, "We are kept." Lay your thoughts where they are safest, inside the love that called you into this morning and will call you again tomorrow. Even sleep can be a prayer when it is surrendered. Even silence can be praise when it is offered. So walk on, soft-footed, clear-eyed, anchored. Speak what builds. Choose what frees. Notice where God's light is. Already warm in the corners and move toward it. And if words feel small, Keep one sentence close enough to touch every hour you need it. Jesus, keep me in your peace. Say it like a hand finds a hand in the crowd. Say it like a key that turns the lock. Say it until your breathing learns its cadence. You are not alone in this. Peace has chosen to stay. Begin in peace, continue in peace, and end in peace, again and again until the habit of heaven becomes the habit of your whole life. Peace doesn't need fanfare to be real. You wake, you notice the light, you remember who holds you, and something in your chest loosens. You can walk into the kitchen like it's sacred ground, speak to God with the honesty you save for a trusted friend, and begin again without explaining why yesterday felt heavy. You can choose a slower answer when someone rushes you. You can smile at the person who doesn't expect kindness from you. You can breathe and place your attention where love is already working. This is how morning becomes shelter, not by escaping the world, but by carrying a quiet center into it. When tension tries to rise, answer it with presence. Name what hurts without turning it into your whole identity. You are more than the deadlines, more than the headlines, more than the private worries that visit before breakfast. You belong to the one who calls you by name, and belonging reshapes the room. Speak to your fear the way you'd soothe a small child, steady, patient, never harsh. Tell it the truth. God is here, and you are not required to solve the future in one sitting. You are allowed to move one faithful step at a time. You are allowed to be unfinished and still be fully loved. Some mornings carry old echoes, an apology you wish you'd said, a door that stayed closed, a friendship that thinned out until it was mostly silence. You don't have to push those memories into the attic of your mind. Bring them into the brightness where shame loses its voice. Mercy is stronger than nostalgia and kinder than regret. If reconciliation is possible, courage will find words. If distance remains, grace can guard you from bitterness. Your heart is safe in the hands that shaped it. Your past is not the author of your name. God is. Choose a simple sentence to anchor your day. Jesus, be my peace, works in a crowded hallway, over a spreadsheet, at a stoplight, on a lunch break that feels too short. It works when patience thins and when joy surprises you. Say it under your breath the way you might hum a favorite melody. Not a performance, a friendship. Not a ritual to earn love, a reminder that love already stands close. Notice how this small prayer changes the way you look at a problem. Notice how it interrupts a spiral before it hardens into a story you don't want to live. Your body can participate in trust. Shoulders lower, jaw unclenches, hands release their grip on what was never yours to control. None of this is a technique to master. It's a posture of being held. As you walk, imagine God matching your steps. As you speak, picture His compassion standing behind your words. As you work, believe that unseen goodness is traveling alongside every act done with integrity. Excellence without anxiety is possible when you remember whose strength you're borrowing. You will cross paths with people who carry storms inside them. Some will be sharp without meaning harm. Some will be quiet because they've said too much elsewhere. Some will need a kindness they cannot ask for. You can be a soft place in a hard day. You can be the reason someone remembers that gentleness still exists. No sermon is required, only presence, an honest listening, a word that affirms their dignity. When you bless others, peace in you deepens, as if the river that runs through your soul finds another channel and widens. Forgiveness may return as a familiar assignment. Choose it as often as needed, not because pain was small, but because God's future for you is larger than the wound. You are not erasing justice. You are refusing to live handcuffed to yesterday. Pray, blessing over the person who stings your memory, and discover that your own heart breathes easier. This is holy arithmetic. You release what poisons you and receive what heals you. You trade rehearsed injury for rehearsed mercy and watch your inner world change color. Hope is not noise. It is a steady flame. Feed it with gratitude that notices ordinary gifts, the warmth of a cup in your hands, the honesty of sunlight on a table, the sound of a familiar voice, the small victory no one else will see. These details are not trivial. They are signatures. God signs your day in tiny, faithful strokes, so your spirit remembers the larger canvas you can't yet see. When discouragement tries to close your view, move closer to the details. The nearer you get to grace, the less room despair has to speak. Work done in peace becomes prayer. Emails can carry compassion in their cadence. Spreadsheets can serve love when accuracy protects people. Meetings can honor dignity when you refuse to interrupt the timid voice and when you credit others generously. Your job title may not include the word healer, but your posture can. Wherever you go today, you carry a sanctuary that doesn't require stained glass, only a heart aligned with God's kindness. If temptation whispers shortcuts, to be admired more quickly, to be right without being humble, to win at the cost of someone else, remember the long road is where character breathes. Choose truth even when it asks you to wait. Choose integrity even when no one is watching. Choose compassion, especially when pride offers a sharper thrill. You already know how those shortcuts end, empty and loud. The narrow way looks quiet, but it is spacious with peace. There will be moments when words fail. Silence can speak trust. A hand on a shoulder can preach comfort. A deep breath can mark the boundary between panic and surrender. You are not required to narrate every emotion to be faithful. You are invited to stay close to the one who understands before you explain. God is not collecting eloquence. He is gathering hearts. Yours is included exactly as it is this morning in this light, with this mix of strength and need. And when the sun begins its slow descent and the edges of the day soften, you can review the hours without cruelty. Name where you were brave, name where you were unkind, and want to make it right. Name the gifts you didn't expect. Place the unfinished in God's keeping, the way you'd place a fragile thing into capable hands. Peace bookends the day, not because everything went as planned, but because presence never left. You are free to walk lighter than you woke. You are free to carry blessing like a quiet lamp. You are free to live today as a person already loved, already held, already purposed. Begin in peace, continue in peace, and return to peace when the evening calls your name. If you forget, begin again. If you remember, share it. Either way, you are companioned. Jesus, be my peace over this heart, through this work, within these relationships, across this hour, into the night. Morning still knows how to hold you. Light angles across ordinary things, a chair pulled out from last night, a cup waiting for warm water, a pair of shoes by the door, and you remember that holiness often arrives dressed in smallness. You don't need a perfect plan to be received by God. You need a truthful beginning. That is what this moment is, a beginning that does not demand a grand gesture. The peace you've been seeking is not hiding in some distant sanctuary. It's close enough to touch, close enough to breathe. It steadies your pacing thoughts, loosens the old habit of bracing for impact, and invites you to stand where love is already doing the quiet work. You may notice how the mind loves its loops, how the heart keeps a ledger of half-finished conversations and doors that didn't open. That's all right. Peace doesn't silence you with shame. It opens a window. Fresh air moves through the room of your inner life, and you can see farther than the tight circle of worry. Decisions that looked impossible become a sequence of honest steps. Conversations you feared begin to sound like bridges instead of battles. Even when nothing around you changes quickly, something within you unclenches, and that interior shift is not small. It's where courage chooses its language and mercy chooses its tone. You carry more tenderness than you think. Even on days when your patience thins, or your voice sharpens, or your energy runs out before the afternoon, the desire to love well is still there beneath the noise. Peace returns you to that desire. It moves you from performance to presence, from counting failures to noticing graces. You start to catch the glimmers, a message that arrives at the right time, a task you dreaded that turns out lighter than expected, a moment of honest laughter that breaks through the fog. Every glimmer says the same thing in a different accent. You are not moving through this day alone. Some aches do not vanish because it is morning. Grief still has a room in the house. Disappointment still asks for explanation. Longing still waits by the door with a suitcase of prayers. Peace does not evict them. It sits with them. It teaches them a softer voice. It keeps them from editing your identity. You are not the sum of what you lost. You are not defined by what you do not yet have. You belong to the one who wastes nothing. Not your tears, not your waiting, not your smallest act of faithfulness. When you choose a true word over a loud one, when you choose kindness without an audience, when you choose to begin again at noon because the morning slipped away, heaven notices, not to grade you, but to help you stand. Work meets you as it always does. Emails, errands, deadlines, noise. You can carry peace into each task, like light cupped in two hands. A reply can carry compassion. A correction can protect dignity. A plan can remain flexible without dissolving into chaos. Excellence doesn't require anxiety when it is anchored in love. And love in the fabric of a day looks like small accuracies, careful listening, a name remembered, an apology spoken without defensiveness. You don't need to fix a whole system to brighten one corner. You don't need a title to be a healer. You simply need a heart aligned with God's patience and a willingness to be steady when others rush. People will cross your path with storms they cannot name. Some will test you without meaning to. Some will misunderstand. Some will bless you without knowing it. Peace becomes your posture with each. You can be honest without being harsh, clear without being cold, firm without forfeiting gentleness. It is a strange relief to discover that you don't have to win every moment to be faithful in it. The deep win is staying true in tone, guarding your spirit from cynicism, refusing to turn someone else's wound into your weapon. The deep win is walking away at dusk, knowing you kept your soul. There will be hours when energy dips and old narratives try to draft you back into fear. Pause. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to put your hand on your chest, feel the rhythm that keeps you alive, and remember that life itself is a gift you didn't manufacture. You're allowed to step into a patch of sun or stand by a window while the sky decides what color to wear next. You are allowed to pray a sentence as simple as breath. Jesus, be my peace. No performance in it, no score to keep, just a returning again and again to the center that holds. Forgiveness might hover near the edge of your thoughts. Perhaps a conversation ended sharply, or a memory presses, or your own shortcomings stand too loudly in a doorway. Peace will not push you, it will accompany you. If a repair is possible, courage will provide the first honest word. If the distance must remain, grace will keep your heart from hardening in the waiting. Forgiveness is not a denial of pain, it is a refusal to live as its prisoner. You do not ignore what was wrong, you choose to live larger than the wound. This choice rarely happens once. It is a path you walk, sometimes slowly, often quietly, always held. Hope keeps time with peace. It isn't glitter or noise, it is a candle that learns how to burn through wind. Feed it with gratitude that notices the world as it is and still believes in the world as it will be. A bite of bread, a voice on the phone, the smell of rain on hot pavement, a child's question, the neighbor's wave. None of these cancel sorrow, but they anchor the soul so sorrow does not carry the whole story. Hope helps you live in the honest middle, the place where you tell the truth about the ache and the truth about the goodness, without pretending one must erase the other. Your body remembers stress. Peace can teach it a new memory. Shoulders know the difference between carrying the future and carrying today. Hands know the difference between grasping and receiving. Eyes know the difference between scanning for threats and looking for grace. This is not technique. This is trust with skin on it. You move through rooms a little slower. You speak a little clearer. You allow silence to do a little more of the work. The fear that once sprinted ahead to forecast disaster loses its breath. The joy that once felt indulgent begins to sound like obedience, because joy is not a luxury when God is near. It is agreement with reality. If you feel unseen, remember that God's attention is not a spotlight that blinds. It is a steady gaze that heals. If you feel inadequate, remember that the story has always been about a presence, not a performance. If you feel behind, remember that love does not consult a stopwatch. The shepherd knows the pace that keeps you whole. Sometimes progress looks like staying, sometimes like going, sometimes like resting on the side of the road. Faithfulness is not measured only in miles, but in the honesty with which you walk them. Evening will come. There will be unchecked boxes and finished tasks, sentences spoken well and words you wish you could polish. You do not need to bully yourself into holiness or collapse into self-critique. Review the day the way a friend would, with mercy and truth. Name where courage visited. Name where you need grace for tomorrow. Where repair is needed, plan your first small step. Where gratitude overflows, say thank you without rushing past it. Place the whole bundle, chaos and calm, success and missteps, into God's keeping. Peace does not depend on a flawless day. It depends on a faithful God. If sleep feels far, trust can be your pillow. You are allowed to end the day unfinished because you are not the finisher of all things. You are allowed to be small without being in danger. You are allowed to rest while God works in the places you cannot reach. Conversations you won't have, hearts you cannot change, doors you cannot open, details you couldn't plan if you tried. Nothing faithful in you will be wasted. Nothing surrendered will be lost. Morning will come again, and with it, new mercies wearing familiar light. Carry this blessing into the hours ahead and the hours after. Peace to your breathing and to the words you choose. Peace to your home and to every threshold you cross. Peace to your work and to the hands that share it with you. Peace to your mind when it wants to rehearse fear, and peace to your heart when it wants to close its doors. Peace to the people you love and to the people who are hard to love. Peace in the waiting rooms of your life, and peace in the answers that finally arrive. Peace that is not fragile. Peace that does not depend on weather or schedule. Peace that knows your name and refuses to leave. And now begin again, gently, honestly, at the pace of trust. Keep the sentence close. Jesus, be my peace. Use it when the phone rings, when the email pings, when the plan shifts, when the sun breaks a cloud and finds your face. Use it when joy surprises you so quickly you have to sit down. Use it when sorrow rises and you need a hand to hold in a room with no one else in it. This is not magic. This is relationship. This is the life of God, braided through your ordinary day, turning the common into communion. Thank you for sharing this morning, for choosing a quiet start when the world raises its volume. If this prayer helped you begin in peace, stay with the channel, subscribe so the next prayer finds you at dawn. Share it with someone who needs a gentle word, and say hello in the comments with a simple line, I begin in peace. We'll meet again in the next prayer, carrying the same steady hope, trusting the same faithful God. Until then, may His peace guard your steps and keep your heart. See you soon.